Hi Shreya, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for joining us at Vasa Indica's Spotlight podcast, where we talk about interesting emerging artists, designers from across the country, right, who are truly taking fashion as an artwork and really stretching the boundaries, pushing the boundaries, and creating amazing stuff. Your brand is certainly, one of our favorites in the store. So we would love for you to tell us a little bit about your journey, what got you into that, and what was the inspiration behind your brand?
Thank you so much for having me here and thank you for your kind words. I was always interested in fashion. I love to dress up. So that's how I got into this. And
Hmm.
I love making people feel happy wearing the clothes that, they do. Also, I want to be a part of it. So that's why I got into it. And it's 2 years now. We launched our brand on Lakme Fashion Week, and that was a great experience all in itself. Yeah, and now we're at different stores everywhere. We're at your store, and we're
Yeah,
doing great. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's great to hear. I mean, I love this thing that you love to make people happy. So tell me,
yeah.
what specific aspect about your brand or your products make people happy, right? Like, what occasion are your outfits most suited for, which really draws out the happiness for the people who buy it?
I don't think I'd like to uh, pick one occasion or one place because I feel our pieces are very versatile. Like the top I'm wearing now, you could wear it with a skirt and wear it to a after party or a Diwali card party, and you
Hmm.
pair it with trousers and you can wear it to a dinner. And I've also had clients where they just pair it with a sari, and so yeah, I love to make these versatile pieces, and they're very comfortable to wear. They stand
Right.
out, but it's classic silhouettes. So, yeah,
Right.
I think because it's comfortable, it stands out. So, I think clients are happy with that. It's also very lightweight. So, yeah.
So comfort, style, and versatility, right? Three
Yes,
things.
yes,
I think I'll add a fourth thing as well, like quality of the product, right? Like a key thing
yes,
which you see with
definitely.
the D2C brands sometimes is that, it looks all great, but when you touch and
Hmm.
feel it, it might not be as great. But I think with your brand, that quality is also there, right? Like with the
Yes.
price point that you have, getting all of these four things is absolutely fantastic. So how do you manage doing all of that? Right? Taking care of production, designing, etc., telling a great story.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially because it's new and we're a new brand and I'm handling it all by myself. So it is a lot, but
Mm.
uh, I have a great team. All of them think of it as, as their own brand as much as I think of it as my brand, because right from the embroidery person to the tailors to the master, everybody is really careful about how they're making it. They're very the quality check and everything, they take care of it. um,
Mm.
yeah, so I think having this great team really helps. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you built this great team over the last 2 years, right? When you started,
Yes.
did you start by yourself and then slowly, steadily you brought on people to work with you? How has the journey been?
Yes. Yes. Also, when I started, it was we were in the middle of lockdown, so I didn't have anything. So I just had fabric, I just had paper, and I was experimenting. And slowly, I built the team. So it was just me, and then we were two of us, and now we're about 15 of us. So yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about, I mean, it sounds like a real startup story, right? Like starting from the scratch, building it up slowly and steadily. So what are the biggest challenges for that you faced and that you think that like, brands like yours face currently? And what's the best mechanism for growth, right, that you've experienced? Like what worked? Was it D2C that worked better? Any specific kind of marketing? Or was it purely your product which took people by storm?
I think it was a mix of everything. When I started out, I was a little lost, but there are so many platforms. Like you have Gen Next for young designers, which is really good, and there are other platforms like that for new designers. So launching at Gen Next really helped, and also multi-designer stores like yourself, like Vasa, are is really good because y'all are helping new designers out. Like you're giving us a great platform, a good store. Not many multi-designer stores do that because they want to go ahead with the big names. Like that's what they're looking for. So initially, I thought reach would be an issue, but with multi-designer stores, it's been really good. We're at 18 different cities now in India. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's fascinating. 18 different cities in 2 years. That's some crazy distribution. And
yes.
so physical distribution is like your main channel, or like, D2C also works very well for you.
It does. We've mostly been working through multi-designer stores, selling through
Hmm.
multi-designer stores, and also exhibitions.
Right.
But yeah, we don't have a physical store yet. We just have a
Hmm.
studio where clients are welcome. So it's mostly through
Right.
multi-designer stores. Yes,
So
and also our
is
website.
understood, understood. So is a store in the plans, or would you rather have like studios in different places?
I would love to have a store. I would love to have like an experience center. So maybe in a year or two, hopefully.
Maybe in a year or two. Okay, awesome. No, that's I'm sure, like given your pace, year or two, so those things will certainly come to fruition. So I think one thing I want to pick on, like you mentioned, that there are a lot of emerging designers across the country, and a lot of multi-brand retail outlets focus on the already established names. Do you
Yes.
think that the consumer appetite is also changing vis-a-vis like an established designer versus being more experimental and trusting of a new designer as well in India?
Definitely, it's been such a happy surprise for me because I've had clients who haven't really seen the piece. I think even I wouldn't be
Hmm.
comfortable buying from somebody like that. But we've had
Hmm.
clients who've just bought them with through Instagram or all of that, and then they come back with great feedback saying that it's even better than what it looks like. So yeah, I think a few clients are still want that touch and feel, but
Hmm.
no, but they are very welcoming of new designers now. I don't think everybody wants to go for that for a big name or
Hmm.
a known name. Um,
Right.
they just want something that feels good, looks good, and yeah, and is
Awesome.
different.
And is different. So I was going to ask you actually something around this, that like what is the advantage as a new designer that you have over an established designer? Is it more freedom to be different or something else?
Um, Yeah, our clothes are slightly experimental. It's not very conventional. It's slightly unconventional, and also our price points are good.
Hmm.
Also, with occasion where pieces are really heavy, and
Right.
with our pieces they're very light, very comfortable. So yeah, I think that's an advantage that our pieces have.
Right. So tell me more about your products, right? Like, tell me what are some of your favorite pieces that you've created or that are upcoming in any any collection of yours, and anything that you would want to specifically highlight, some inspiration behind them, any specific feature.
Um, I have a couple of pieces here. Like I have this sari.
Awesome.
I'm not sure.
I think your saris have been quite a hit, by the way.
Yes, they're very lightweight. You can dance in them. It's very very comfortable. So this is the
Nice.
pallu of the sari,
Hmm.
and you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's very lightweight, and the colors are beautiful, so they stand out, and it's
Hmm.
paired with this sequin, so then fabric, and we also provide customization. So some clients don't want to go with the shimmer, so we give them a
Hmm.
nicer, subtle satin and all of that. So we're all for customizations as well, and we cater to all kinds of customizations, like adding sleeves. We just want the customer to
Yeah.
be comfortable. Uh, this is another shirt that does really well. You can pair them. You can just wear a bustier underneath or an inner, and with trousers, shorts, skirts, everything. So this
Nice.
particular collection was inspired by Judith, who makes these floral art pieces. Most of our
Hmm.
collections are inspired by art. Um, and I
Interesting.
love the challenge of reimagining art pieces into clothing, because that's always challenging. Art pieces are made with
Right.
various materials, and to
Yeah.
reimagine them as clothing and also to make it comfortable is a challenge which I love. So
Yeah.
that's what the brand's all about.
Oh, that's really cool. I mean, I couldn't help us notice that, there were two colors which were being repeated, and even what you're wearing, right? So black and red
Yes,
was the theme between all the
yes,
three outfits. So what's the story
yes.
between,
No, I think my favorite combination is black, red, and white. It's just these
okay.
contrasts that, and the red brings in some drama. So that's just
Hmm.
some colors that I love. But we do
Right.
have a lot of other pieces. We have a lot of colors
Okay.
as a
Awesome.
brand.
But these are your personal
Yeah,
favorite ones.
my personal favorites. Yes.
Right, right. Nice, nice. And I think like your outfits have also been worn by a few celebrities, right? It's not just, I think you're already like finding a lot of clientele across the country in different professions and so forth.
Yes, yes, we are. We've been grateful to the industry, but yeah, we've been able to get our pieces on to some good celebrities.
That's fantastic, honestly. And so, do you think? I mean, I know with the celebrities, you've gotten like some of the top ones, some of the very popular Gen Z celebrities wearing some of your stuff. But is there a specific age profile that you think is most suitable for your products, or do you think there is no bar, there is no boundary, and these age
Interesting.
differentiations are completely, getting blurred?
Yes, definitely. It's gotten blurred. There's I don't
Hmm.
think a particular style is for a particular age, because I've had Gen Z clients. We're making a sari for a 70-year-old, so I don't think uh, there
Wow.
are any boundaries anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. From a Gen Z to a 70-year-old.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
fascinating. I
Fashion
love
is
it.
truly for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So I think this is good enough, information for me right now. Anything, by the way, I think we can edit some of the parts. Anything specific that you want me to highlight, I can have asked those questions as well before we go into our next segment.
Oh, not really.
Let me see if
I
I've
can't
missed
think of
any
anything.
questions. Actually, one thing I mean, I don't know if you think this would be helpful or not, but we often ask people like, explain your brand as a celebrity.
Mm, I could answer that. Should
Okay,
I?
so explain your brand as a celebrity.
I think it would be a mix of Sonam Kapoor, Deepika, and maybe Jennifer Aniston. Sonam
Wow.
Kapoor because she goes for these experimental clothing and designers.
Hmm. Hmm.
Deepika for her elegance. Her style is very elegant and timeless. And Jennifer Aniston because her style is again very effortlessly elegant, and I think she experiments but within her comfort zone. So I think it's going to be a mix of all three.
So elegance and experimental, right? So I
Yes,
like the E
yes.
square. Very cool. And tell me like one more thing while we are on this topic, right? So what are two, three of the biggest trends that you've seen in the fashion industry, and any that you particularly like, which you think you would like to incorporate in your garments?
Some of the biggest that I've seen are oversized clothing, but that's not something I prefer personally. But there's also
Mhm.
these cutout details and a lot of laces that are being used to bring in the delicacy and uh, yeah, intricateness to clothing, which I love, and we're trying to incorporate that in all our collections. Yeah, so yeah, I'm obsessed with laces at the moment.
You're obsessed with laces. Okay,
Yes.
that's cool. And are you using that in any of the existing collections?
We've tried to imitate laces with embroidery, and we've used them in our blouses and saris, dresses. Yes.
Nice, nice. You've also mentioned one thing that, like, you're heavy on customization, right? You want the customer to feel comfortable.
Yes.
I have often seen mostly couture brands going after this because they have quite costly garments. So taking a little bit of, like, a more nuanced approach doesn't hurt them. But when it comes to a brand like yours, which is it's luxury, affordable luxury, but at the same point of time, it's good quality. How do you manage doing
Yes.
the customization for every single person? Like, does it not impact your timelines, your costs, or anything?
No, so we have some clients who don't want any customizations. Most of them are like
Hmm.
that. They just want the piece as is. They trust us completely with what we've made. Some
Hmm.
clients are a little conscious with their arms or with a neckline. So those kind of customizations we offer. So we add sleeves, give them a different neckline with lengths. We can, give them customization. But like an
Nice.
overall change, we don't do that. No.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So no
that's
overall
these are
change, just
pretty
to
easy, yeah, easy customizations. So it's not really,
right.
that doesn't really affect our timeline.
Awesome. I mean, as long as you've figured out how to retain that customer, right, giving them that comfort
Yes,
and excitement about the garment, then I guess it is
yes,
absolutely worth it. Yeah. Cool. So,
definitely.
Shreya, I think let's go into our fun segment. So, let me put my timer on, and this will be
Okay,
30 seconds. Sorry, 60 seconds, my bad. And
okay,
I will ask you just a bunch of, like, rapid fire questions to get your style tips, right? So, let's
okay,
see how many you can go through quickly. Are you ready?
okay. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, what's the inspiration behind your personal style?
I would say classic, elegant, effortless.
Right? What's a fashion trend that you personally are obsessing over?
Like I said, laces.
Laces. What's your go-to Diwali party look?
I would say a nice bustier with a skirt, with a nice draped skirt, with a nice slit.
All right. What's a common style misconception you'd like to debunk?
That certain styles are for certain body types and ages.
Okay. What's your favorite unexpected color combination other than red and black?
Yeah, I don't think that's unexpected. But that's my favorite combination. So I'm going to say red, black, and white.
All right. What's your favorite brand other than yourself?
Other than myself, there's so many. Indian, international. Uh, okay,
Your call.
there's
Give
so
me
many.
both. Give me both.
I love my friend's brand. It's called AKHL. He's also based in
Okay.
Delhi. His brand's great. Um, and I love Rimzim Dadu. Yeah.
That's cool. Nice. Awesome. Well, we breached 6 questions, but the answer was a little over the minute, but nonetheless, like, I'll include it in. So, well,
Okay.
you've pretty much matched the highest that anybody has gotten. So that's awesome.